Coach, from our standpoint on the sideline, it seemed like the offense took a step today. A little more sharp than they were the last couple of days.
Yeah, a little bit better today than we were yesterday. Still nowhere near close where we need to be, but we're making progress. Like I said, you got a bunch of new guys that's getting used to our system, to what we're asking, the little nuances. It's going to take a little time, but our kids are working at it. We saw some progress today.
Three quarterbacks got a lot of reps today. What did you see from those guys?
Some good things. Brandon, I thought, made some pretty good throws. Managed this thing pretty good. Took care of the ball for the most part. Isaiah came in and played real well there. Do a touchdown pass and move the ball. We kind of held him out a little bit yesterday. Gave him a little rest, got him ready to go. He's back in our day. And then Matt, I thought Matt did some good things. Matt drove the ball down the field and made a couple throws, made the long throw, and then also did some good things today. All did some things that need to be corrected, which is natural. But at the same time, we made a step today, I think.
Those things you got to correct. Before you play Akron, what are some of those things that you got to get better at?
Well, one, our eye discipline. That's the first thing. We got to make sure we're making the right reads, the right decisions, the right times. And that's not just throw game; that's run game as well. Always working on our timing, always working on our ball placement and accuracy, and then making sure we're delivering the football in the right place.
So this with Brandon, it's 6 days in, but do you see him maybe getting a little more comfortable every day?
Yeah, he got a little. He's starting to settle in a little bit. You can see he's starting to get a little comfortable. There's still some things that he's got to get used to, because he made a check today one time that. I didn't want him to do that, but I'll get that corrected in film.
He said there's a different style of offense here. It's taking some adjusting for him. Is he getting up to the speed that you like, or is it just never fast enough?
We're getting there. There's never going to be fast enough, but we're getting there. Our tempo, we have no tempo right now. As a whole, as an offense, there is no tempo right now. We're as slow as I've ever seen, so we got to address that as coaches and as staff. That comes with effort. So we got to get a little bit more effort out of our guys. Part of it's probably because we're thinking. So when you have to think, it slows your feet down. You don't react. But still, there's really no excuse for effort to get lined up, get fast, so we can play fast. Or we don't have to play fast. We can sit there, catch our breath in our stance, and control the tempo.
What's kind of your guys' plan right now for Edwin Carter? He says he's 100%, but granted, with that injury, you got to come back slow, right?
Well, I'm not a doctor. If they said he's clear, he's cleared. All I can do is go by what the training staff and the docs tell us. But obviously, there's a common sense side. Said, dang, he's still early. But once again, you just got to kind of watch him, evaluate him. He looks like he's all right. Yesterday when I watched him, but at the same time, I'll let the docs handle all that, and I'll do what they say.
What have you seen from him so far here on the field yesterday? You made a nice catch too.
Yeah, it was nice to see, wasn't it? He asked me today. I saw him today. I said, "How you feeling?" He said, "I'm all right, Coach." How was that catch? It was good to see, because I ain't seen you in a while, so it's refreshing. Boy, what a story that is, right? And just to get him back, just to have him out here running around, to me is miraculous. And then to make plays on top of it, it's pleasing.
Veteran offensive line, obviously, but who are you looking at for depth? Who are some of those guys on the twos that you need to step up?
Jordan Slaughter, I think he's doing some good stuff. Hopefully Vertus Brown can get in there and mix up some stuff as well. Stovepipe is in there. Cerny's in there, provides depth. I think Cerny can come in there and be one of our five too. He's doing good. I think we got some guys that we feel like we can win with, but we need a couple more of the young guys, which they are, just going to develop and step up, so we have more depth than what we have.
I won't ask you who the starting quarterback is going to be, but a year ago this time, you sort of knew. Yeah. Fair? No.
Probably. And rightfully so, Bob, is because, AJ was a good player.
Sure.
And AJ was an older player, but AJ also was going against true freshmen.
Gotcha,
whose adjustment period to this game is hard.
Gotcha.
So it was probably a little bit more cut and clear than it was this year, when you got at least a couple guys with 1 year of experience.
Sure.
You got Isaiah, who's a freshman, who's a talented kid. So there's more competition, in my opinion, right now than what there was last year.
Do you sort of like this, setup, as opposed to last year, where you kind of had one guy and figured it was him, whereas this time you could have 3 or 4?
Like I've always said, you want to be able to win with 3 guys. You got to have 3 guys, in my opinion, that you feel comfortable with in the course of a game if you had to play them.
Sure.
that you could execute your offense. So I probably feel better about this year's class just because the guys are a little older, and I think there's a little bit more depth at the position, a little bit more competition right now.
Was this their best day as a group?
Maybe. I mean, I was telling them earlier, there was some flashes and some good things.
Mm-hmm.
There's still some bad things that we got to get corrected. As a whole, we got to get our tempo going. We have zero tempo right now, and it all starts with the quarterback. He's got to have a sense of urgency when he makes the calls. And if he don't have urgency, then the linemen don't feel it, the wideouts don't feel it, and then we just look sluggish. And I don't want that. If we don't play fast, we can at least line up fast. Now, whether we decide to go fast, that's on our terms. But we got to at least get ourselves in shape and get lined up faster than we are. And the quarterbacks control all that.
How good are these tackles, Rod? What do they mean to your offense, these Vidarian and Alex?
We're different. We're different with them, obviously. We saw that in the spring whenever a couple of them went down. And, we had some guys I don't think quite were ready. I think we're a little bit different now because I think Jake Cerny's made some leaps and bounds steps into his play. So I don't feel quite as bad. If something were to happen, I think Jake's probably one of our better guys that can go in and we not miss a beat, guard or tackle. Yeah. Particularly, he's doing really well guard, recently. But I just think Vidarian and Palcho are going to anchor our line in a way that, we're going to need from a run game, from a pass game perspective, and from a leadership perspective, in my opinion.
These quarterbacks can all do what you want them to do, right? And they're all kind of Rod Smith type quarterbacks, correct? I mean, they're all they all have the skill set that you need to run your offense.
Yeah, because you got to be able to throw, and you got to be able to make smart decisions.
Sure.
Throw with accuracy, and then you got to be able to, in my opinion, make at least one guy miss. That's all you got to do. If you make one guy miss and extend the play, that's tough. That's tough on the defense. If you can be like Isaiah Williams and make 6 guys miss, that's even better, right? But it don't have to be. Not everybody's like that. But as long as you bring a certain skill set to the table that's different, that's dynamic. Brandon Peters is a dynamic. He can throw the football. He can make every throw. It's just a matter of getting him comfortable, in my opinion, into what we're doing. Isaiah's dynamic athletically. So, those guys are all good. Matt Robinson, he does some things. So, we're fine. We can play with all of them.
Wide receiver-wise, a lot of guys are rotating in and out. Are you getting an idea who the go-to guys are going to be?
Not yet, but we're getting closer, I think. I think, as you go on each day, you start to see who steps up, who makes more plays, who busts less in assignments. That's important because those guys got to be at the right place at the right time for these quarterbacks.
Who do you like at the wide receiver?
At the wideouts right now? I like them all right now. A little bit. Probably the guys, I think Bebe's kind of stood out a little bit the last couple of days with some catches, particularly some red zone stuff. Strong hands, he does a good job, he possesses the ball well. Trayvon's did some good things. Dom Stampley did some good things. Casey Washington's had some good days. Caleb Bream's had some decent days. So, it's coming. We're not where we need to be, but it's coming.
Right at the tight end position, what have you seen from Daniel Barker?
Daniel had a good day today. Daniel's got the ability. I like his high school film. It doesn't matter him growing up. He's starting to grow up. His body's changing. He's got strong hands. He's got an athleticism to him. So he gives us a vertical threat down the seam, I think, a big target, and a guy that we can throw to. And he's also getting better in the run game. Got to keep working on that, but he's getting better. He's trying to be physical.
He said he physically, I think he came back from December and really worked on losing weight and shedding pounds.
He did.
Are you impressed with just kind of the work he's put in to get himself into where you guys?
Absolutely. Love DJ. Just got to keep working. Love him. Love his mindset right now.
What's Justice Williams give you at that position?
I'll tell you what. I really like Justice. You talk about a guy that's impressed me. He has impressed me because to me, he's a completely different player in there than what he was outside. Because now, in my opinion, he becomes a little bit more of a matchup problem. Whereas on the outside, it wasn't quite as much. He wasn't quite as fast enough, twitchy enough. In there, he's twitchy enough, and he's physical enough on the blocks. He stuck his face right in the fan the other day on a block on a defensive end, and I was pleased to see. So he's not scared one bit. So I love Justice in there. I think it's a great move for him.
Casey Washington, for a freshman to come in, how hard is that? Come in and play right there?
It's always an adjustment. But the one place I think you can play early in college football is the wide receiver position, the skill positions. Because you don't have to be as physically dominating and strength and stuff. You still got to be able to block. You still got to get off releases. But if you have a skill set like Casey does, that allows you to come in, I think, and play early, particularly with those guys training. They face 7-on-7 stuff year-round down in Texas and all that type of stuff. Kind of gives them a little head start.